morning, it's time to wake up Nigeria.
It's 7 a.m. on Monday morning, and of course, if you're like me, you don't feel like getting out of bed, but you gotta be at work.
Yes, yes, you do.
My name is Yomi Owokwe.
My name is Titilayo Oyinson. Remember, we're streaming live right now. tvcontinental.tv is where you need to go. On Facebook, look us up now on TVC Connect. Your comments need that hashtag WakeUpNigeria.
Wake Up Nigeria. Now, we told you we'll be here on Monday morning, and we are here. Our word is our bond.
Yeah, like a banker.
Yeah. You can see all, you can see us looking all
I need a loan, Yomi.
dignified and dressed up, looking sharp.
And if you're
for
just
the Monday
joining
morning.
us, congratulations, really, because you just discovered the best thing to happen to Breakfast TV. I'm just saying, best thing in Nigeria.
Yep, that's right. It's the Wake Up Nigeria entertainment show. And of course, we're here every day from every morning from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m.
So this is not a small job, as in this is heavy work. And we need a team. And one of the guys on that team, to make sure we're well fed, is Chef Miyance.
Hey.
Hello.
Amen.
I feel like there's a song for your name somewhere. Miyance, Miyance. Oh no, I'll take that later.
I think good morning is Bolaji. I'm not sure if it's correct, but Bolaji.
Thanks so much, man.
It's gonna be an amazing show for you to wake up to this morning. And we're gonna start off because it's Childhood Cancer Awareness Month.
Yes, it is. And on today's show, we have the founder of the Davian Cancer Foundation. Her son is a survivor, and she'll be telling us more about childhood cancer.
To lighten up the mood a little, Mike will be bringing us those funny videos that got us cracking on social media over the weekend.
On better financial management for women, Habiba Balogun is back with us to tell us how that can be achieved.
And for those who are very enthusiastic about their natural hair, we have a few inspiring styling tips for you. We'll be giving you a live tutorial right here in the studio.
And if you are an SME operator and the only thing standing in your way of growth is funding, you really need to stick around for this package that we have for you and how to access funds.
Okay, so you know we're really big on performances here on Wake Up Nigeria. Joey Crush will be giving us a performance of a lifetime later on the show. Oh, wow.
All right. So
did you see Joey Crush? I love that video.
Yeah, very nice. And we're not here alone. We've got Mike and Mary.
Hi, Yomi. How you
Looking
doing?
nice and black.
Good morning.
Yeah.
It's Monday, so
We're
of
all
course.
looking sharp and ready for work
As in-
on a Monday.
Yeah,
Very fresh on a
of
Monday.
course.
And
Very
it's all
did
about
that.
the gold.
Yeah, so the gold
Of
ribbon.
course, yeah,
right
of
there.
course. It's Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. You know, incidentally, Childhood Cancer Awareness Day is on the 15th of February.
Okay.
But then the whole month of September is dedicated to raising awareness towards childhood cancer. Now, you have an incidence rate of 175 to 200,000 worldwide yearly. And then for developed countries, the mortality rate is like 20%. And then it rises. Underdeveloped countries have like 80%, and we fall around that region. So there is a lot that needs to be done when it comes to raising awareness for childhood cancer.
That's really important.
I always emphasize on it. Breastfeeding helps. People don't realize the benefits of breastfeeding. If you breastfeed your child for long enough, you can actually protect that child for up to 30 years and above. That's how good it is. And the longer you breastfeed, not only do you protect your child, you protect yourself as a mother. People need to start breastfeeding more. It's not stressful for you. Yes, it comes with a lot of hard work, it comes with a lot of dedication, but don't do the 1 year, don't do the 2 years, don't do the 3 years, go further. It's good for you
Mary,
and your child.
Are you trying to tell us
Mary's trying to tell us something.
When did you breastfeed for 4 years? Are you kidding?
When my study is done, you find out the benefits.
Are you kidding? She's dodging the question.
Yes.
But it is really interesting, and for you to give us a little insight into what you've gathered when it comes to information or people in your community who might have gone through this and come out on top, survived it. You should tweet to us at TVC Connect with the hashtag WakeUpNigeria. It is, of course, Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, and we're going to be talking about this throughout the month. But for now, we have to head straight to Ike, who is standing by for the news update.
Thank you, Titi. The destroyed secretariat of Michoacan local government of Adamawa State and 12 other structures are to be rebuilt at the cost of 390 million naira. That's about $1.1 million. Speaking at the flag-off ceremony of their reconstruction, the executive director of the Victim Support Fund, Professor Sunday Ochoche, says other projects will be undertaken in Madagali and Hang after work is done with in Michoacan. This ongoing rumble is that of the former edifice called Michoacan Local Government Secretariat in Adamawa State. Earlier, of course, was pulled down by Boko Haram terrorists. The Victim Support Fund, after receiving official letter from Governor Jabrila Bendo for assistance on its rebuild, deployed its resources to the ongoing action. And the Adamawa State Working Committee of the All Progressives Congress has distanced itself from Atiku Abubakar's presidential ambition. The vice chairman of APC's Northern Zone, Mohammed Abdullahi, and the organizing secretary, Ahmed Lawal, condemned the call by the Minister of Women Affairs, and they say that it is unfortunate that a serving minister, I quote now, could heat up the polity, especially when the APC government was working very hard to deliver on its campaign promises. And the presidential media aide Garba Shehu says that the production of the locally blended fertilizer has saved the federal government about $150 million this year and 60 billion naira on the budgetary provisions for fertilizer subsidy. Shehu said this at the weekend on an audience, participation program on FRCN in Kaduna. According to him, about 4 million bags of fertilizers will be distributed to farmers under the presidential fertilizer initiative at an affordable price before the end of the year. The issue said is an indication that the initiative has helped to reduce food-induced inflation, while economic activities across the agricultural value chain are very impressive. And to commemorate the World Polio Day, Nigeria National Polio Plus Committee is partnering the Psychology, Riding Club to raise awareness on the deadly disease. Nigeria was without a case of polio from 2014 through 2016 until 4 new cases were discovered in Borno. As such, Nigeria was relisted as a polio endemic country. The Polio Plus Committee says with the support of Psychology, Riding Club, more awareness will be created and funds made in the fight against the childhood killer disease. That's the update now. Let's bring you weather update, and Yomi and Titi will be back.
Time now for the sports update, and Mr. Mike is right here.
Of course, it was a great weekend. There's a lot of sporting activities from basketball, football, table, lawn tennis, and all that, and that's where we'll kick off. Rafael Nadal.
Nadal.
All right. Rafael Nadal won his 3rd U.S. Open and 16th Grand Slam title with the one-sided victory over South Africa's Kevin Anderson in New York. The world #1 part to a 6-3, 6-3, 6-4 victory in Sunday's final at Flushing Meadows. The Spaniard has now won 2 slams in the same year for the first time since 2013, having won the French Open in June. The result also means this year's major titles are shared between Nadal at the French and US Open and Roger Federer at the Australian Open and Wimbledon. Federer, though, remains at the top of the men's all-time Grand Slam list with 19 titles, 3 ahead of Nadal, who has now won 16 majors, 10 of them at the French Open. The Nigerian senior men's basketball team, the Tigers, suffered their first defeat at the ongoing 2017 Afro-Basket Championship in Tunis, losing by 83 to 77 points against DR Congo. Nigeria won the first 2 quarters, 2019 and 17-15, but the Congolese improved in the second half as the third quarter ended all square at 18-all. In the deciding fourth quarter, the East Africans fared better, winning 31-22 to register an 83-77 points win over the Tigers, who are the defending champions. Captain Ike Diogo yet again was the top performer for Nigeria with 21 points. And then, of course, 2 stories about the EPL. Jamal Lascelles was the unlikely hero as Newcastle claimed a 1-0 win at Swansea without manager Rafa Benitez. The Magpies skipper's towering 76-minute header proved decisive as the visitors secured a victory to give absent Benitez a timely boost as he recovers from hernia surgery. In the other game of the day, Chris Wood scored on his full debut as Burnley beat Crystal Palace to move into the top half of the Premier League table and increase the pressure on Eagles boss Frank de Boer. Unseeded Sloane Stephens produced an emphatic display to dismantle fellow American Madison Keys and win her first Grand Slam title at the US Open on Saturday. And the first All-American final since the Williams sisters played each other for the title in 2002. Stephens ran riots to win 6-3, 6-love in a surprisingly one-sided encounter on Arthur Ashe Stadium. Stephens joins 2009 champion Kim Clijsters as the only unseeded women's champion in the Open era. And of course, it was quite big for her. She's an unseeded player, and she just won $3.7 million. When the check was handed over to her, you need to see the look on her face.
Yeah.
She's like, really? I just thought they would tell me as a scam for unseeded players, you get lower. But that's quite a big one. Big one for her. All right, that's it on Sports Update. We'll have papers next, right?
Thanks so much.
Yeah. All right, so we're starting off with the Punch this morning. Federal government states borrow 7.5 trillion naira under Buhari. That's on page 31 of the Punch this morning, the main headline. There's one here that says, a story here that says, wedding day, gunmen abduct man, fiancé, 5 others in Ondo. That's on page 5. There's one here, a story here that says, flood, Dangote-led presidential panel donates 250 million naira to Benue. That's on page 16.
All right, and then on the cover of this day this morning, we have the headline, Federal Government IOCs finalize evaluation of bids for $13.5 billion Zaba Zaba Deep Water Project. That's a really big story. And then soldiers invaded my home, Kanu claims. Army denies. 3 allegedly shot, many injured. That's on the cover of this day. And finally, APC to submit restructuring framework to federal government, says Oyegum. And these are the headlines on this day this morning.
On the cover of the Nation newspaper, campaign chief Atiku is plotting Buhari's failure. That's the main headline, saying I've been sidelined. Comment draws flack as ex-VP defends role. There's another story here. Doctors fail to call off strike after signing MOU. That's on page 8 of the Nation newspaper. And fracas around IPOB leader Kanu's home. That's on page 44.
All right, and then on the cover of the Vanguard, IPOB, many injured as troops attack Kanu's home. We neither attacked nor killed anyone. That's the army responding. And then trouble looms for Nigeria as China plans ban on petrol, diesel vehicles. And finally, Arik Air files 20 billion naira suit against federal government Ethiopian Airlines. And just one more story here that says Atiku Buhari fulfill your campaign promise to Nigerians on security.
And that's it on the headlines for this morning, for now. And the headlines are proudly supported by Dettol. Be 100% sure.
Let's get to Mike and Majay now for Aerobics.
Your Monday morning and workout order than having Majay in the studio. It's great to have you. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing?
So I'm good. So what are we doing this morning?
I'm going to take you through a little aerobic exercise.
Okay.
Some high intensity interval training.
Okay.
4 exercises just to get your morning going.
All right, cool. I can't wait. All right, take it away.
All right. Good morning, everyone. It is Childhood Cancer Month, so we are honoring that with a little awareness. So, very quickly, I'm going to take you through 4 exercises. 4 basic exercises, well, not so basic, that will challenge you and get you going, get your heart rate going, get your blood pumping, get your muscles working to kick off your week, okay? So, your first exercise, it's going to be a hybrid. It's going to be 10 high knees, yep, and 4 jumping jacks. 10 high knees, 4 jumping jacks. So you are running on the spot. 10 motions, all right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 into 2 jumping jacks. 1, 2. Sorry, 4 jumping jacks, okay? So that's 10 high knees, 4 jumping jacks. I'll show you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's exercise number 1. Very basic. Exercise number 2, we are doing hop squats. All right? This is quite an aerobic exercise, okay? So this is good, great cardio. So check it out. Standing on the spot, down, up, down, up, down, up. My God. These are hop squats, okay? You're doing that. That's exercise number 2. Exercise number 3, we need you down on the ground. You are going to do 2 push-ups and a side plank on either side. I will demonstrate as always. So you get down on all 4s, down into a push-up position, and you do 2 push-ups. 1, 2, into a side plank. Down. 1, 2, same thing again on the other side, and back down. It's important in this exercise, keep your core nice and tight throughout that workout, okay? That's exercise number 3. Exercise number 4, again, you're starting off in a push-up position, and you are gonna tap your knee, your other knee, and your ankle, and your ankle. Wanna know how that works? Check it out. Back on the ground, back in a push-up position. I'll give you a slight angle so you can see. You tap, you tap, you tap, you tap. And you just keep going, okay? You're gonna repeat every exercise. You're gonna do them for 50 seconds each with a 30-second break, and you repeat for a second round. Just 2 basic rounds, okay? So I'll take you all 4 exercises again. You start off with 10 high knees. If you cannot run, you can march on the spot. Go straight into 4 jumping jacks, and you stop. Next exercise, hop squats, then 2 push-ups with a side plank. Yeah, you remember that? Good, on your 4th exercise, you are in a push-up position, you are tapping your knees and your ankles. Really basic. Now, it's very important. Be sure to warm up before your exercise, okay? And I don't mean stretching, I mean warming up. So do a little jog on the spot. Do a little boxer shuffle if you have to. Okay, do some jumping jacks, do some squats, get your heart pumping. Warm up for about a minute and a half. Then you start your workout. Very simple. 4 exercises, 50 seconds, 30-second breaks. Always remember that. Then at the end of your exercise, you stretch. Be sure to stay hydrated throughout your workout, okay? Anytime you work out, stay hydrated. Throughout your day, you stay hydrated. That means literally carry a bottle of water around with you if you have to, wherever you go during the day. Be sure to stay hydrated. It's the most important, in fact, probably the single most important thing that I could teach you today. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so very much. Now, there was something you emphasized.
Yes.
You said something about stretching and actually warming out.
Yes.
Yeah, how does that, what's actually the difference?
The difference is a dynamic warm-up at the beginning of the exercise is based on the actions that you do every day, like walking. So if you just jog on the spot, do some squats. These are things that you do. At the end of the exercise is when you stretch your muscles out. So you can stretch out like that, okay?
I used to stretch at the beginning.
No, that's how you get injured. It can lead to injury, so be careful. Do that at the end, okay? Stretch out at the end.
Okay, it was definitely nice to have you back. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, we have to go now to the kitchen. And of course, Mary is standing by with me on see what do we have this morning?
Good morning. Yes, it's a beautiful new week, and of course we can only get better with good food, and that's why we have Chef Mionsi right here. How are you doing today?
You know, I'm proud right now, you know.
Proud?
Yeah, we're making sweet potato ash and sunny side up. Yeah.
Sweet potato
ash.
Ash.
Yes, and sunny side up.
That's ash. What kind of ash is it?
It's H-A-S-H.
Okay, so sweet potato
ash. Yes, and sunny side up. Yes.
Okay. Dramatic.
So
let's go over the ingredients.
Basically, we're having sausages.
Okay.
We're making use of lettuce, tomatoes, onions. Sweet potato, of course, which is the star ingredient. We have green peppers and we have eggs.
Just 2 eggs?
Yes, just 2 eggs. Basically, when you're making a sweet potato ash, you make use of cured meat. Cured meat is a process whereby you cook with some very salty meat, something like bacon, like pastrami. You know, you could make use of it. This is also salty. You know, so you could also use sausages. Yeah. So basically, what is going to happen is we're going to cut this. We're going to cook it. We're going to cook it briefly. You know, just slightly tender because we're going to crisp it up in the pan. Okay. So while that is being crisped up, we're also going to cook the sausages.
How are you doing that?
We're just going to cut it into slices. We're going to cook this also, and we're going to put this in. It's very, very simple. It's something that you could put together in like 30 minutes, you know, as long as you've peeled and cooked your potatoes. So once you crisp this up, you add a bit of this, and you add your bell peppers in it. Just season it, black pepper, salt. You're good to go. Stir it together and set it aside. Now, your sunny side up, I know people, even I do not like sunny side up that is still runny, you know. Yeah. So there is a special way we do that. We're going to show everyone how to make sunny side up that is not runny. Okay. So, yes, basically the lettuce and the tomatoes, I'm going to be, pan-sear the tomatoes, just a little bit on the side. You could either grill it or, you know, just, you know, give it a brown outer coat here. So I'm going to be doing that. So basically the lettuce and the tomatoes, they're just for garnish. Okay.
The onions?
The onions is also going into the potato ash.
Okay. Okay.
So it's basically sweet potato, sausages, bell peppers and onions going one.
For those who like pepper, can we add pepper? Or it doesn't work? I know you don't like pepper, but there are people who actually like
that's
pepper.
The thing. There's every time people want to add pepper to everything.
Yes, like, because we are Nigerians, we love pepper. We do.
Not everyone likes pepper, but
anyway,
basically, you like I said, cooking is your art. You know, it is something that you conceive. You can add pepper, but you wouldn't. If you are making it for someone, it wouldn't be sweet potato ash. But you can make it in your house and call it sweet potato ash.
So if you're making it for someone, it loses that.
They don't say, okay, sweet potato ash with pepper. but basically, yes, you can add pepper.
If you don't get lettuce, is there anything you can use to replace it, or it has to be lettuce?
No. Basically, the lettuce is just going to bring out the colors in your plates more. You know, so you just want to beautify.
So let's get started.
Yes. Basically, let's start with cutting of this.
Okay. Well, so far so good. What the chef has been showing us is the ingredients. We have sweet potato, we have lettuce, we have tomatoes, we have onion, just the bulbs. So I guess that's all we're going to be making use of. We have 2 eggs for the sunny side up, and we also have the green pepper. The green pepper is for
for the sweet potato hash.
Yes. And so, of course we have sausages.
Yes. So this is basically a typical breakfast, you know, something you could always make in the morning before work and give Bay and the kids, you know.
Yeah, this Bay matter.
Yes, now you have to learn how to keep Bay, you know, in check. You know?
Yes, and keep his tummy all filled up.
So after cutting this, the next thing we're going to do is peel our sweet potatoes. Yes. Okay. So basically, sweet potatoes, they don't take so long to cook. and you're not even trying to cook it so much. You're just trying to cook it briefly, you know. So it just has this, is a little tender because it's good. You do the remaining cooking cooking on the pan.
Okay.
So basically, when you just cook it a little bit for like, let's say 5 minutes with salt, obviously in salted water. Okay. You put it. You're cutting into cubes or very tiny pieces, manageable pieces. Then you put it on the pan. You know, stir it, add your bell peppers, your onions, and a little bit of black pepper and salt, and you're done.
So it has to be round like this, the sausages?
No, it doesn't have to be round. Yes, you could cut it into cubes.
Okay. Because I know sometimes you have to cut these things to be the same thing with this.
Yes,
yeah.
yes. Okay. You could cut it in whichever way you want to cut it. Okay. It's the cutting, it's not a problem. Do
you want to put it here? Or it's okay then?
So we are cutting the sweet potato next.
Okay. Chef Mionse is doing a lot of cutting this morning. This is how the sausages can be. It depends on how you'd like to have it. And of course, we have the green pepper already cut.
Yes.
And he's busy with the sweet potatoes right now. So how many people does this feed?
Basically, you see, we have 2 eggs here. I don't intend to feed more than 2.
These 3 potatoes are going to feed just 2 people?
No, it's going to feed more than 2 people. To feed like 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 3 people struggle with 2 eggs. That's what Chef Mionse has decided to make today.
Yes. Maybe 3 people struggle with 2 eggs a day.
Interesting. Okay. So, well, we're having sweet potato hash and sunny side up right here in the kitchen on the Wake Up Nigeria show.
So what did you have for breakfast? What do you typically do? In between sweet potato and Irish potato, what do you prefer? Yes, I forgot to mention. Yeah. You could actually make this with, like it says, the sweet potato hash. You could actually make this with Irish potato.
You like a mix with it?
No. You could make just
Irish potato hash with sunny side up.
Yes.
Same way.
Yes.
But you don't boil the Irish potato, would you?
No, you don't.
Because I know that one is lighter.
You do not boil it. Okay. You could actually boil it a little though.
Okay.
Just cut it and cut it the same process. It's almost the same process.
Okay.
So,
all right. I can't wait to see the end of this, and I'm sure you cannot too. We will go on a commercial break now. When we return, Yomi will be having a chat with Matilda Obianjua on childhood cancer awareness. Just stay with us.